Hello and welcome to Northwest Lifelong Learning Excel training in Office 2007. Today we're looking at freezing rows, freezing columns, freezing rows and columns simultaneously. So let's begin. Let's take a look at this spreadsheet. You'll notice in row 1 we have a title New Car Prices at Your Local Dealers. Our visible spreadsheet is row 1 down to row 36. I cannot see any more data input on this spreadsheet unless I scroll down. Once I scroll down, my title disappears. And what I'm looking to do here is keep my title in place as I scroll further down the spreadsheet. So let's scroll back up the spreadsheet and we're going to freeze this first row. In order to do that, we must highlight the row underneath the row to be frozen. Once we've highlighted row 2, click onto Freeze Pane, which is in your View tab. You are given 3 options: Freeze Pane, Freeze Top Row and Freeze First Column. In this instance it's the first row we need frozen, so we click on Freeze Top Row, so that when I scroll down my spreadsheet I can now see the rest of my data and my title is visible also. So how do we go about freezing our first column? Well, first of all, let's just unfreeze this top row by clicking Unfreeze Panes. Brings my spreadsheet back to normal. Same rules apply really. To freeze the first row, we highlighted the row underneath, went to Freeze Panes and clicked on Freeze Top Row. To freeze the first column, we must highlight the column adjacent to that, which in this instance is column B. So highlight column B, back into your Freeze Pane. You'll notice now we've got Freeze First Column. So activate Freeze First Column, and then when you scroll across, you'll notice that column A is frozen. So how do I freeze my first column and also my first row? Simple. If we go back to Freeze Pane and unfreeze this again, so my spreadsheet is now back to normal, from vertical to horizontal. In order to freeze your first column, if you remember, we have to highlight the column next to it. In order to freeze your first row, we must highlight the second row. In order to do it, to freeze your first column and row together, we must highlight the cell adjacent to your first row and adjacent to your first column. In this instance, it's B2. So we've activated B2, we're back into Freeze Panes. Our 3 options remain: Freeze Pane, Freeze Top Row and Freeze Column. We must activate Freeze Pane so that when I click into my spreadsheet and scroll down, my title remains. If I was to move my spreadsheet horizontally, also row column is frozen. And that's how we freeze a column and a row simultaneously. Thank you for watching this short session in freezing rows, freezing columns and freezing rows and columns simultaneously. And please take the time to see our other Excel spreadsheet tips on this website. Thank you.